ladies, we're on to Tuesday. This is an upper body and we are finally in March. This is March 1st. We have 4, 5, or 6 rounds and then we have plank toe taps. So we have bent arm raise to kick back, plank shoulder press, push-ups, skull crushers, and plank toe taps. Okay. Bent arm raise to kick back. So this is your bent arm raise, kick back, bent arm raise, kick back, okay? Plank shoulder press. Try to get my ponytail out of the way. Press up, plank, press up, plank, press up, plank. Push-ups. And skull crushers. So this is the one that you can do with 2 weights or 1. Okay, and then part 2 is plank toe taps. So this is where you just reach opposite hand to opposite toe. Okay, all right, bent arm raise to kick back. So we have done these before, just never together. So once you've been with me a few times, you'll probably notice that. I might throw in a new exercise, but it's usually just a modified version of an exercise that we already do, or it might just be 2 exercises we've already done, but put together. So if you've not done this before, you'll probably pick it up fairly easy if you've been with me before. So bent arm raise, both of your arms are bent at a 90-degree angle. Your elbows are kind of tucked to your side, and you just lift at the shoulder so they kind of go parallel, back down. Lift, back down. Try not to shrug up, just be relaxed. Just rotate at the shoulder, down. Rotate at the shoulder, down. Up, down. That's your bent arm raise. Your kick back is bent over, still the same thing. Your arms are still bent, but you're just pressing straight back. So what you're working with this is the back of your arm, which is your tricep. Return. Kick back, return. So this is just combining them. So you're gonna do, I'll show you from a few different angles. You're gonna do the bent arm raise, lean forward and kick back, 1. Bent arm raise, lean forward, kick back, 2. Bent arm raise, kick back. Bent arm raise, kick back, okay? So you're just combining them. So you kick back, then return to start before you start another rep. So up, lean forward, kick back, return, up, lean forward, kick back, return, okay? So you can do that as slow as you need to if you have a little trickiness combining them at first, but that's all you're doing. You're just combining the bent arm raise and the kick back as 1 rep. Plank shoulder press. So everybody hates these for some reason. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's like hard or it burns. I love it because I feel like it's a really good stretch. I don't know. Maybe I'm just strange. So you're gonna be in an elbow plank, which is on your elbows. You're up on your toes and your body is pretty much in line. So you're not piked up, you're not sunken down, you're right in the middle. So you're gonna be in your plank hold and then you're going to purposely pike up, pushing through your shoulder, okay? So you're here, you're gonna push through your shoulder, pike up, return, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So you're pushing like this with your shoulder. So it's not that your butt is moving up and down, it's that through pushing up, it forces your butt to pike up, okay? So you think about pushing through your shoulder. I guess if you had to do it kneeling, you could still do it. Like if you have an issue holding your body weight and doing the push with your shoulders, you could do it kneeling as well. It's fairly simple. I think maybe it just burns. I don't know. I don't know why people don't like it so much. Push-ups. So push-ups, we all know what push-ups are. There's a few different ways you can do them. The hardest would be a full push-up. Your second easiest, or your medium, would be kneeling. And then you could also do, your easiest would be from a height. So that could be up against a wall. That could be if you've got like a couch or something that's like a decent height that works for you, you could do it off of your couch. You could also like kneel and use a chair. So there's a ton of ways to modify a push-up if you're somebody who feels like you can't do them, you suck at them, I hate push-ups, I can't do them. You can find some sort of modification to do them. So most typically, most of you will probably be doing a kneeling push-up. So I'll start with that one. So you're gonna be on your knees. This hurts my wrist, so I'm gonna be doing it fist, or sometimes I do it like this because I can't put like I can't put my hand like flat on the ground. So I'll probably do like my fists. So you wanna make sure that your arms aren't too out in front and they're not too close, okay? So find something that just feels pretty comfortable and that's pretty much in line. Like your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist should be pretty much in line. It shouldn't be way back here. It shouldn't be way forward, okay? Now you wanna also, don't be on your kneecap. You wanna be like right above your knee. That's where you should be resting, right above your knee. Not on your kneecap, above your knee, and your butt should flatten out. It shouldn't be like way up here. It should be kind of almost, not totally flat, but just not pushed up, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lower your body and press up. When you lower, everything should move together and everything should come up together, okay? So when you lower, it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. Everything should be flat, lower together, press up together. Lower together, press up together. If you are having trouble with that, there's a few things you can do. You can move to like off of a height, or you could try release hand push-ups. So this one is supposed to help you build up your push-up. I have to sneeze. Okay, excuse me. If you're not good at it, but the problem is if you don't have a strong core or back to start with, a lot of times this doesn't help your form. So a release like thing, palm, hand, whatever you want to call it, push-up would look like this. You lift your hands off the floor. I'm not gonna be able to do this, right? You press up. You come down to the floor, release, press up. Come down to the floor, release, press up. But what happens is when people have a weak back, they end up pressing up like that, and that's not right. So you could try it, but I typically don't say it because that's what happens. They end up doing it wrong anyway, and then if you get in the habit of having that bad form, when you go to do a real push-up, you're gonna have the same problem. So I would recommend, if that's too difficult, that you can go off of a height, as I mentioned. You could do it something like this chair and go there. Like I said, if you have a couch, a table, or you could even drop down to your knees and do it from a height. That would be the simplest, easiest way. Knee and height. Then it would go height. Then it would go ground, kneeling. And then the hardest would be full. Okay? So if you're gonna do a full one, which again is hard for me to do because my wrist is all jacked up, but I'm gonna try to just explain it like one time really good. If you're gonna do a full one, that means you're gonna be in high plank position. So you're gonna be here. Again, your butt's not up, it's not sunken down, you're right in the middle, and you're up on your toes. When you go down, just like the kneeling, everything has to move together. So if you don't have good control or strength in your stomach and your back, which is like your whole core, then something's gonna sink or not lift at the same time. So that's why people have such a hard time with the push-ups, is because, or they don't have the arm strength. But, so, okay, me on my knuckles. You can also widen your feet. Sometimes that helps. So instead of having your feet like really close, you can widen them a little bit. That gives you just a broader base to work with. Sometimes that's easier. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna do this one time. My knuckles are like dying. I hate doing it this way, but I have to. So when you do it, you're gonna lower everything together. Press up everything together. Lower everything together. So you don't wanna go like this. You don't wanna go like this. A lot of people do this. So if you're not sure what you're doing, film yourself, do it in front of the mirror, and then adjust accordingly. So if you're finding that your hips are sinking down every time you do it, go to maybe kneeling with the height or whatever, okay? And then skull crusher. So this is another one that works your triceps, which is the back of your arm. So you can do it one of two ways. You can hold one dumbbell on either side. You're gonna have your knees bent, your head and shoulders are on the ground. You're gonna hold the weight up above you, and you're just gonna lower at the elbow. So nothing is moving, but your arms are coming down from the elbow, and you're basically gonna hit right at your forehead and press up. Slow lower to your head, press up, okay? That's how you would do a tricep skull crusher with one weight. If you wanna hold two weights, they're gonna come to the side of your head. So you're gonna hold them up like this, you're gonna slow lower. Each one is gonna go by your ear, press up. Go down by your ear, press up. So I like the two better because you can go lower, but you have to remember each one is being individually controlled. So when you're holding one like this, your arms have to move together. When you're holding two separate, you could be doing this. So you have to really concentrate and make sure you move together